Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You thought you were done with me after this afternoon, but we have a wonderful program for this evening. I want to thank everyone for joining us to celebrate the accomplishments of our award recipients. We're going to be recognizing 12 alumni this evening who have been successful in their careers, supported their alma mater at the highest levels in terms of time, talent, and treasure, and who have contributed significantly to their communities. I would like to extend a special welcome to all the friends and family of our honored alumni guests. It's really wonderful to have you here today. I'd like to take a brief moment of silence at this time to remember two members of our university community who have passed away recently. President Clifford Clark, who was president of Binghamton University from 1975 to 1990, and Carl Ernstrom, class of 1961, a longtime supporter of the university and recipient of an Alumni Association Medal of Distinguished Service last year, and also past president of the association in 1968 to 69. So if we could have a moment of silence. More than 50 years ago, the Alumni Association created an awards program to honor our most outstanding graduates. And over the ensuing half-century, the caliber of each class has been uniformly superb. From actors to attorneys, our alumni have left an indelible mark on society and on our campus, advancing the common good and inspiring others to address challenges with insight and creativity. Their actions communicate the dynamic excellence of the Binghamton education and the importance of service as a component of the Binghamton philosophy. At this time, I would like to introduce Harvey Stenger, president of the university.
I will be brief, Ray, although I still have 20 minutes left from my lunch speech this morning. Those of you who weren't there won't get that. But if you were there, he was looking nervous when the clock got kind of late. I really want to thank everyone for being here tonight. It's a great event, a new venue, but I think that's okay. It's good to have change and to see different parts of the campus, even if we're not on the campus. I heard a lot of information today when I was sitting in the roundtable report back room. I heard words like affinity, coming back, pride, engagement, connected. Those are the common themes that I heard. And I heard about why, how, when, and a lot of people were talking about all those different things. And I focused in on the pride word because I know that that's such an important word. It's an important word to me and it's an important word to this group. And I really had a hard time trying to connect all the dots between what we were experiencing today and the concept of pride. We thank a lot of people for the things that they've done to help us get to where we are. We thank our parents, we thank our coaches, we thank our teachers, we thank our friends, our relatives. We thank all those people for the things that they gave us to get us to where we are. And tonight we sort of sit back and we are excited about the alums who are winning awards, and we are excited about the events that they've had in their lives and the things that they've accomplished. And we can say that we're proud of them. But is it the university? Is it the physical buildings? Is it the campus that is proud of them? And so you start to say, Binghamton University is proud of you for the things that you've done. And it's not a person, it's not a relative, it's not a coach or a teacher, but it's all those things, turns out. It was the teacher at Binghamton University. It was the friend that you made at Binghamton University. It might have been the spouse that you met at Binghamton University. So we will say that Binghamton University is proud of you tonight. Doesn't mean the buildings, it means all the people that got you where you are in your lives. So thank you very, very much for being here tonight. We're proud of you. You want to tell them to eat? Yes. Okay.
You may eat. We'd like to get started. I hope everyone's enjoyed dinner so far. Mary Beth, are you here? Is Mary Beth Curtin in the room? Come on up, Mary Beth. Okay. Good evening again, everyone. The Alumni Association, in conjunction with our campus partners, is pleased to award this year's Medals of Distinguished Service, which is something we started recently to recognize alumni who have done a lot for the university. Tonight we're going to be recognizing 10 alumni for their tireless efforts on behalf of their respective school or particular volunteer interest. Now, this year, in our effort to keep the program to a reasonable length, I'm not going to read aloud what you have probably already read about our award recipients in the program, but I'd like to share a few personal reflections to round out the engagement. Okay, so as I call you the award recipients, if you could come up to the platform, that would be wonderful, and we will okay. And we'll present you with your Medal of Distinguished Service, and we ask that you stand up here till everyone is up here, and then we'll take a couple of pictures, and we'll keep it moving that way. The first one is Young Chen, class of '87. Young is a very engaged alumnus with Harper College through the Harper Law Council and Asian American Alumni Council. Mentoring students is one of Young's passions, which is why he helped found the Asian and Asian American Alumni Council here at Binghamton. Next, Robert Eicher, class of 1981. In case you haven't guessed, we're going to have a contest to see who has the best cheering section. Bob is a longtime supporter of the School of Management. He supports the school's networking events at the New York Athletic Club, and I encourage anyone who hasn't attended one of these to do so because they are great events. Good foods, great networking opportunities, and always accomplished alumni guest speakers. Bob is from a legacy family. His son John, who is with us tonight, graduated last May, and Catherine, who has joined us this evening also, with her, I think all of her housemates, is expected to graduate next year.
Oh.
Sorry. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Okay. Next, we call Dr. Fred Farley, PhD, class of 2003. Right? I first got to know Fred when he served on the Alumni Association board, where we learned that he's quite a foodie. And if any of you have attended homecoming in the recent past, you've seen Fred serving tasty treats at the Alumni Association's RV in the parking lot. He's being recognized tonight for service to the Decker School of Nursing. He's been very generous in sharing his expertise with Decker students, and he serves on the advisory council. His daughter Melanie graduated from Binghamton in 2005. Photos are the most important part. Next, I call Ruthanne Kaufman, class of '82. That's the way to do it. Ruthanne has earned 2 degrees from the College of Community and Public Affairs, or what was then called the School of Education and Human Development. She's been a loyal and passionate supporter of the school. Ruthanne established the Master of Arts in Social Science Fellowship, awarded to full-time MA students in social science who have demonstrated financial need. Ruthanne is very involved in the local and campus community, and when she's not out on the golf course, she can be seen serving on any number of campus and community boards. Next, I call up Dr. Gary Kunis, class of 73 and LHD 02.
No, not yet.
Gary is a committed supporter and advisor to Binghamton University. He serves as an active advisor to the dean and researchers within the Watson School and as a member of the board of the Small Scale Systems Integration and Packaging Center at Binghamton University. And I think I'm going to have to ask Gary to explain that one to me, but Gary is one of our most generous alumni. His gifts have established the Seymour Kunis Media Core in the new Engineering and Science Building at the ITC in memory of his father, the Kunis Networking and Computer Systems Laboratory and Engineering Building at the center of campus, and the Kunis Scholarships for Computing Excellence. His gifts of equipment have also broadened campus-wide networking enhancements. Gary is one of the original internet pioneers. You and Al Gore, right?
We were a team.
He designed and deployed Northwest Net, the National Science Foundation funded internet backbone for the Pacific Northwest region before joining small startup firm Cisco Systems. You've heard of that one before? Where he was at the center of the birth and explosion of web-based communication and networking systems. So, Gary?
Thank you. Let's put a pretty girl.
Better than me, that's for sure. Okay, next, I call David Kushner, class of 1970. I think you're finally getting the hang of this. Okay. David is a local boy, originally from Endicott. He is one of our most well-rounded alumni volunteers. David's service to the university began during President Clark's tenure back in the mid-'80s. Remember that? The old days.
Yes, I do.
I can't think of much that he hasn't had an impact on regarding alumni engagement and fundraising, but this evening David is being recognized for his service to the Graduate School of Education. David is endowed the David L. Kushner Endowed Scholarship for Elementary and Secondary Mathematics Education. I don't want to go out of order here. Okay, next. Karima Lagunat, class of 2001. In addition to her work on campus, Karima is a longtime volunteer in the Binghamton community. She works with local emergency response agencies to prepare community members for natural disasters, including floods. We know a little bit about floods here in Binghamton, unfortunately. Karima is a Clark Fellow and serves on the McNair Scholars Advisory Board. She has recruited students to apply to Binghamton and has also assisted in fundraising for scholarships. William A. Orban Jr., class of 1970. Bill is a member of a Binghamton University legacy family, as his father attended Triple Cities College. We're going back a few years here, guys. He and his brother, Jim Orban, are Binghamton graduates, and his daughter, Elizabeth, graduated from the School of Management. 3 generations. Bill is very involved and is a leader within the local community, serving on boards, currently president of the Binghamton Club in downtown Binghamton, and that is not to be confused with serving as president of the Binghamton Bearcats Athletic Association. Bill has endowed the William and Julianne Orban Scholarship. Next, Brian L. Siegel, class of 1985. Brian is being recognized for service to the Career Development Center. He has volunteered at events such as Metro Career Night and is always happy to meet with our students and share advice and insights. Brian was a member of TAO while a student. Remember TAO? Come on. And keeps the bonds going through the Tau Alumni Society, which he co-founded. Another legacy family, Brian's daughter Kim graduated in 2012, and she is also with us this evening. All these legacy families, I'm jealous. Boy, that's it. Okay, next I call Michael J Washorski, class of 1981. Michael's professional life and volunteerism overlap. He's owner and educational consultant of a tutor doctor franchise serving students in Queens and Nassau County. As an active volunteer for the Office of Undergraduate Admissions, he shares his perspectives on Binghamton University with young people and helps them with making one of the most important decisions of their lives. Another legacy family. We have a theme going here tonight. His daughter Emily is a senior graduating this spring, and she is also with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, our awardees, the Medal of Distinguished Service, thank you all very much.
I got mine in Bob's letter.